Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. I'm labeling this as a message for the 25th, but really, in all honesty, I'm setting the intention that this be a message for you for the next 24 hours, whatever date it is, wherever you are in the world, when you see this. Whether you see this when I post it, or in a few weeks or months. Setting the intention that this be a message for you for the next 24 hours. So let's see what's coming up here, my dears and my darlings. Move you all just a little bit closer. And as you can see, I'm still on the road here by these surroundings. Not our typical amethyst angelite surroundings. Well, we have the devil. Okay. This could be Capricorn energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn, this could be a time in which you're coming into your full power, taking back your power, coming into your authenticity, living your best life unapologetically, not concerned with the approval or opinions of others. If you have Capricorn placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. That might be very significant for you. Now, this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are always going to come up when we're entering a new chapter, a defining moment, a defining period of our life. So even though I'm setting the intention for 24 hours, 24 hours can't contain major arcana card energy. 7 days can't contain major arcana card energy. So whatever's happening over the course of the next 24 hours may be setting a series of events into motion for you. Now, when it's coming into our life where it doesn't have anything to do with Capricorn, then the devil could come up to say that this is a time for us to kind of face our negative ego. Anytime we're at the threshold of massive change, the negative ego becomes very loud and very mean. Some of you might feel this. You may feel like you're under some kind of psychic attack, or you may feel as though your thoughts are very negative lately. You might catch yourself feeling really down on yourself. The previous cards of the day, we've had a lot of messages over the past couple of weeks where there's big blessings coming in, there's big breakthroughs coming in. And anytime we're about to have a really big change, negative ego panics, negative ego freaks out, because negative ego hates change, even when the change is going to be a positive one. So the closer we are to a big change and a big shift, the louder, the meaner, the more intense the negative ego is. Because negative ego, lower vibrational energies, they can't stop God or universe from blessing us. What they can do is mess with us so much, discourage us so much, so that we don't show up for the blessing. So pay attention. Some of you might feel like there's a lot of really sad and negative thoughts that are coming to you right now. You might be feeling discouraged. It's because you're at the threshold of change and negative ego is freaking out and trying to stop you. So this is a time where we have to come into that mind over matter. We have to reason and logic and pray and meditate our way through it. All right, I'm really close to a big change. Negative ego is coming in really hard. I know this is a negative ego. I know these discouraging thoughts are lies. I know that I'm meant to be happy. I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm favored. I know that I'm protected. I know that all of my hard work is going to be rewarded. We have to try to outsmart that negative ego. Sometimes the devil card comes up because we're facing self-medicating behaviors that helped us through a challenging time, right? It was like how we kind of got by, how we got through things, and maybe It's been a survival mechanism. But when the Devil card comes up, some of the things that we did that felt very good might be crossing over into being detrimental. It might be going to an extreme where now it's beginning to hinder us. Now it's beginning to slow us down. It's beginning to get in the way. So there could be some guilty pleasures that have gotten out of hand. There could be some things we did that felt good, and now we're doing them to the extreme that it's bad for our health or bad for our emotional, mental, or spiritual well-being. Some pleasure may be doing more harm than good. So it could be a good time to examine and check in with ourselves to check that. What I do feel for the majority of you, there may be too much stress on financial and physical measures of success. Sometimes we feel like we're not good at something because we don't have a certain title, or we haven't gotten a certain promotion, or we're not making a certain amount of money, or whatever it might be. And so we might be measuring our success or measuring our worth based on those superficial or material, physical measurements. And what we need to remember when we find this energy creep up on us is, first and foremost, you're a child of God. You're a child of God. You're a child of the universe. Your identity, your worth, your value, you were born with that. You came into the world already with that. It doesn't change. It doesn't matter if you're unemployed or a CEO or an astrophysicist or a janitor or a mechanic or a receptionist or some whatever other profession you could think of. It doesn't identify you. It doesn't give you identity. It doesn't determine who you are. It doesn't determine your worth or your value. Whatever your title is, however much money you have in the account, or you don't have, maybe you don't even have a bank account. Maybe you're like, I don't even have a bank account. None of that defines you. None of that determines your value. Your identity, your value, you were born with that. The day you came into existence on this planet, you already had that. So whatever you're doing to try to earn that is not necessary. And so this could be something that your angels and guides are trying to help you realize right now. That you are much more than any kind of title, any kind of position, any kind of material gain or property. Some of you are beating yourselves up and you're judging yourself way too hard for the things that you think you should have that you don't have. And Spirit is trying to teach you that's not what it's about. You don't even need all that. Some of you need to be cautious because you might have someone who is pursuing you very persistently. But what's really interesting is, as I was getting this feeling and as I was getting this message, and again, please forgive me, I'm a preacher's daughter. I can't help it. Biblical examples come to me from time to time. But I kind of got this mental flash of the story of the Garden of Eden, the snake in the tree, right? The Bible says the devil took the form of a snake and spoke to Adam and Eve through the tree and deceived them, right? Deceived them into partaking from this forbidden tree. I feel some of you may be dealing with someone who is pursuing you very persistently. And this person is being very seductive. So much so to where you may be so intensely turned on that you're feeling like, wow, this must be my twin flame, or this must be my soulmate, because you have such an intense passion for this person. And I don't mean somebody that maybe like you've seen from afar. Like, this person is, like, for those of you that this message applies, this person is in your face. This person is in your DMs. This person is communicating with you. It's not like, you know, oh, you kind of see stuff they posted online or they talk to you once in a while. Like, this is someone who is, like, chasing. This is someone who's, like, constantly in your face, constantly in communication with you. You might even have told them, like, I'm trying to go slow right now, or I'm not ready for a relationship, or I'm, you know, trying not to rush into, you know, jumping into bed with anybody right away. I really want to take my time and get to know the person. Like, this is the level of intensity I mean. Like, you might have told this person, these are my boundaries, I'm being really careful right now, and they're still in your face. They're still being very seductive. And you might just be feeling like, wow, like, this person must really be into me. Like, they're, like, crazy about me, right? Like, they want me so much. They want me so bad. And, you know, maybe this is the person I'm supposed to be with. I'm sorry to say, but I feel that this is like the snake in the tree. Like, you're on a certain path and you're about to reach a high level of healing or a high level of enlightenment, and this negative entity, this lower vibration, this lower energy is coming in and pulling you off course through the power of seduction. So if you're really into somebody, or somebody's really got you all turned on right now, this might not apply to you. I'm talking about someone who's like, you've told them, I'm not ready, or I want to go slow, or no, and they're still like, they're letting you know they want you, they want you, they want you. They're getting you all hot and bothered. They're saying all the right things. They're like, they're chasing after you. Be cautious of this energy, because I feel some of you are on the verge of breaking some really big generational curses, breaking out of some really big heavy energies, and this lower vibration doesn't want to let you go. This lower vibration wants to keep you in that bondage. So if the negative ego didn't work, if discouraging you didn't work, now they might be using a specific person to get to you, to pull you back into the pit of despair, to pull you back into that pit of darkness. If somebody really loves you and somebody really wants to be with you, they're going to respect your boundaries. They're not going to like push and push and push and push and seduce and wear you down and wear you out. That's not love. That's disrespecting of your boundaries. That is overpowering you and imposing their will. Somebody who truly loves you is not going to approach you in that way. They're going to give you space. They're going to give you time. They're going to give you distance. They're going to be around, and they're going to prove and show to you that this is somebody that is safe, that this is somebody that you can trust, that, you know, they're not trying to pull you into bed or get into your pockets or, get in the way of what you're trying to do. Love is patient. Love is understanding. Love is kind. Love is not selfish. So some of you have somebody who's really persistent, despite what you've told them, despite what you've said. They might even be obsessed with you, but that's not love. So be careful and be cautious that you don't have this low vibrational person through these seductive energies taking you away from your healing and taking you away from your progress. Be cautious. Be cautious of this. You might want to check out your weekly forecasts if you haven't already. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to the playlist for the weekly forecast, as well as for the love readings for September. If you want to check out the private readings and you want to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead, and I hope you'll come back and check out tomorrow's message. Take care and be well, my dears. Bye-bye.